And then he
Right.
like does he doesn't have a cape, but he almost does this villainous like turn. If he had a cape, it would like swirl behind him. And yeah, he starts living alongside his two bodyguards. And of course, at the same time, several others step in. But before that, Xanthus, sorry.
By rightful place, do you mean underneath the God Emperor's boot, Marbas?
Plausible attempts. Little
I was
human.
going to say my own, actually.
Little human, but I've been around word games way long before you were born. Until then.
I recall you've also been trapped in the warp for far longer than I've been born, huh? You're trapped in the warp before I was born.
Yeah, he would probably he has like the reaction like, I won't dignify you with my response. I have shit. But he would probably answer something on the lines of, I spend my time productively. So yeah, as they are leaving, several others, zealous acolytes, not really in Space Marine armor, but robes, masks, and that aura of heresy around them, who are just to take. Actually, there's like several of them. One, he doesn't touch as much of your equipment. He just like looks around it, making sure it's still here. Three, like two of them, walk one between your cells, having you inside, and the last two. Well, apparently men, even bad heretics, have their sometimes primal and best. So, you see, no worries, it will be time. There will be like very quickly a moment when you realize that, yeah, it's nice to have and you see that two of them open cell to Exalta's, like open door to Exalta's cell, start dragging her out as she's like slowly regaining conscious, trying to fight them off. It's pretty damn clear what they want to do with her. Alas, before it may happen. Also, in this entire floor is very dimly lit. Like you imagine all of these guys, or at majority of them, have dark sight or low light vision. Alas, it doesn't really help them, as you are pretty close by. So basically, from your perspective's point of view, as it happens, as one of these guys starts like holding Exalta down to the ground, and he doesn't see what happens with the other guy, who, even though his face is hidden under the mask, he probably has like lecherous green. And then what happens? There's like sneak, not really like Wolverine power, but like sword unsheathing, and suddenly there's like a blade going straight through his chest from behind, and then as you're like blinking, the body falls. The other guy is like starts opening his mouth to say something, but suddenly like half of his face is gone, and there's like blood spraying everywhere. And in less than 5 seconds, all of the guards are drop dead. Also, this happened like at least 5 to 10 minutes after Marabas left. So as these guards drop dead, from the shadows and from nowhere like ghosts, suddenly your elder friend appear.
The day. I feel somewhat glad and justified as to saving the Eldar now.
Wherever you are, Inquisitor and Cadus, suck it.
King exactly the same sentiments there.
You too, Primaris. I think I forgot about you.
Yeah, also as they appeared, you can make another awareness test. Although it's coming from outside, so that will be like circumstantial penalty minus 20.
Did you say search or awareness?
Awareness. But like penalty minus 20
Maybe
because
I'll be
it's
lucky.
coming from outside,
Ooh.
it's like a faint echo.
What'd I get? 3. Wow. Okay.
You're on point with these awareness rolls.
Yeah, so as they appeared, and it's mostly for Moriana and Xantis, like you recognize, you do not see Farseer, but Harlequin, the one from meeting, is here, and basically he like dealt with majority of guards, sans one, and the last one just got taken out by Exarch himself. And Exarch does the talking, and he just like starts freeing you. Although, yeah, he frees Moriana and Xantis at first. Like he opens. My sincerest apologies for arriving too late, to not being able to prevent this.
No, my friend. No need for apologies. You have my eternal gratitude for freeing us.
I concur.
Yeah, and for this awareness test, yeah, you see as like the Eldar appeared and dealt with guards. Previously, there were like very faint echoes of like normal guns and sporadic bolter fire coming from planet side. But now it sounds like there's much more less. Like, what's the main guns that Eldar are using? Like plasma guns or?
Splinter
Shuriken.
rifles, aren't they?
Shuriken.
Yeah, Shuriken rifles.
Regular Eldar use Shuriken.
Yeah.
X. Shuriken throwers, Shuriken cannon, Shuriken pistol, what have you. Dark Eldar use Splinter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So new sounds of firefight, but not only from small arms, but you hear some definitely heavy cannonry, almost like ship weapons going off. It sounds more like proper battlefield. And to
What of the others?
Yeah,
Sorry.
thank you, Exarch. Like for Zhao, he like nods and responds in Eldar. Interesting, and then opens the cell. Am I to guess? I would love to. It would be my pleasure to talk more with somebody who knows our tongue, but time beckons, and then he switches to come. We basically, in as shortly as possible, like TLDR version, he explains that even though Farseer didn't had any specific vision regarding Maximilian and this ambush, there was still intuition nagging. So basically Eldar ship was, or Eldar themselves were shadowing Maximilian's ship either through their FTL or webway, and when they figured out that this happened, they went for help. And Exar explained that that basically from what Exar is saying, Fuck, what I want to say. You know what? From exercise you can make logic rolls. If you'll be able to figure out this particular small thing.
I'm doing pretty good today.
Mm-hmm.
Eh,
Exarch
This
might
guy.
not realize it himself, but you think that even if Farseer didn't have vision, and she had intuition about this ambush, she specifically waited until ambush sprang, until Marabas showed his hand to be able to counter him. So out of character, that's my DM explanation why Elder Allies didn't jump beforehand.
Hmm.
In other words, they used her somewhat as bait. Great.
If you want to
Yay,
look at
aliens.
this way,
That thing I
No,
told
that's
you not-
Cadus. That's Cadus talking. Shut up.
thing
You're Jow now.
thing I told you, not to let happen. You let it happen.
Hey, I would rather have them turn up late than have no allies turn up at all and us to rot in this ship.
yeah, and then like he looks at all of you, and I see that, and mostly at Santis and Moriana, I see that you have new faces of Kadra, and then he looks at Sigmund, whom he didn't free himself. If somebody else wanted to free him, Eldar wouldn't stop him, nor Exarch, nor Harlequin, who is like content being silent and looking like tall, dark and handsome behind his mask. But he asks, especially, would he know about Crimson Guardsman? No. But he sees that he is like mechanical guy.
Mm-hmm. I'm very clearly a tech priest. I got
tech priest. Is he also a new member of your cadre?
He is.
Very well. I am trusting that he doesn't have problems with us.
Let me out.
There's a certain sense of practicality with the Mechanicus.
Very well. And then you input actually he inputs a code like straight up. Apparently they were observing. Oh wait, they wouldn't observe because fucking Marbles would fed them. Yeah, but somehow he does a thing with electronic lock and cell opens, and all of you are freed. Equipment waits near crates and boxes close by, so you can rearm and re-equip yourselves as Eldar, keeping lookout.
What of the others? Where is Captain Kenneth, Benjamin, the rest of our men?
What's immediately around us? Does it look like our equipment's anywhere nearby?
Yes, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'm getting my shit and I'm putting it on.
To Zhao, and sorry I'm not bothering whispering, but I don't want to
Cool, got it on.
hold it too much time. In Eldar, Exarch responds to Zhao, as long as it's warmer than certain assassin, we should be fine.
I'm afraid I'm not sure about that, but in either case, yes. How long does it take to get a light power armor on?
As long as it's in one piece. Wait, light power armor. Worst case scenario, I can help you.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, you are not in immediate danger of being attacked.
Yeah, I can.
Enemies have freaking other stuff.
I get you into it pretty quick.
Okay, and
What of Kenneth, Benjamin, and the rest of our...
answer questions. As far as we are aware, apparently Chaos focused on capturing you and not really focusing on the others, although they might be leading them to do their binding, who knows. As far as I'm aware, Captain Kenneth is alongside Vox Operator Antalius and few from your squad in the temple itself, near main main weapon complex. And the other group is on the outside in abandoned sets of buildings, and they are surrounded and fighting to repel attack. Wait, he doesn't say fighting repel attackers. They are surrounded, and from what we've seen, Chaos is not especially inclined to deal with them. Perhaps they are toying. As for the one you call Benjamin, he was taken Primaris. No, wait, what do you know about? Yeah, the new Primaris that you had.
Oh yeah, that's what the Terminator was talking about. Primaris and
Yeah,
the Adept were taken where, sorry?
they were not really taken, but Primaris went with Adept to where the main so-called control room is, like the core of this weapon, and Primaris is beginning to prime it.
Wait, they were both taken there? Or they were both went there free of their own volition?
Give me a logic
Oh my god.
from this very limited information.
Did you say that any of the
From
Elder
what if
are
sounded.
carrying- Did you say that any of the Elder are carrying shuriken weapons?
To be honest, I didn't really think about what kind of equipment I'm gonna give.
They would
Exarch.
have shuriken weapons. It's what they would
I
be using.
will fate point that to be a success.
It's
Hold
a
on
matter
a
of what.
minute,
It's a matter
John.
of what.
Hmm?
They
You have an
use.
adept.
And the Primaris, which is your Primaris of the Guard. and
No,
not Adept.
I mean Zhao. And he heard the same thing we did.
That's true. Yeah.
Before you go wasting your logic points.
I don't know.
Boy, I thought that was Zhao with that negative 2.3. I was about to reach through the screen and smack that shit.
I got an 83. Cut me some.
Like,
I mean, Oriana, if you do that with success, then and especially Zhao, they're not talking about you. From how it sounded, obviously you have very limited information, but from this note that Chaos Marine said to Marabas, and from what now Eldar is saying, they were not taken there. Apparently Primaris took us, or who knows, but somehow either convinced or forced Adept Benjamin to go along him, maybe for knowledge backup. Because if you remember from one of the previous sessions, when I think it was Sandis who were talking with Abelard, that Abelard is not a scholar, he's wait, I fucking forgot what's my answer then. But I don't think I didn't make him a scholar, he was more of a force kind of guy.
Okay.
I thought he was a scholar.
I don't remember, to
He
be honest.
was? That was my answer?
I could have sworn he was a scholar. The other one is like an Imperial Guard officer.
Okay, if you remember that he was a scholar, then perhaps Abelard required additional, brain power from Benjamin to start up this weapon, or who knows what forced him to bring Adept
Oh
along.
shit, we're on the planet now, aren't we?
Yes, you are.
Oh no! Oh fuck the beds.
Oh,
So basically, we've got two options. Do we want to get to the cannon first or save our people? Oh shit.
Guitar cannon.
Cannon. Ah, you mean the weapon?
The weapon, yes. I
Weapon.
assume it's like a giant fucking cannon, considering.
You will see how it
It's
look
not
like when
powerful.
you exit this place.
Well, Ja will communicate that. And then he'll also speak in Elder again. So Sashalamant Anyamai.
He gives you one.
Dare I? What? How? I don't even want to know. This is too much right now. So, shall we get moving now that all of us have our fighting abilities restored?
Is Exalta still unconscious?
Actually, speaking of her, she was conscious when those two guys tried to have fun with her, so to speak. So what's happening with her is that I already knew what will be the consequence. Like, you see her eyes wide open, jaw, like face like completely blank, and she's just frozen in place. Like, there's like very shallow like breeze, but she's like looking at Eldar and you, just not saying anything, completely.
Does she look angered?
No. Out of character, basically what I'm gonna give her is a small insanity thing. Because on one hand, she, you know, ecclesiarchy, hate the
Do I have a
Xenos and
Medicaid
whatnot.
Mechadendrite? I think I do.
And whatnot. But another, she was just safe from rape by a cultist from cultists by Eldar. So this is such a clash of, you know, her as a woman, there's like a, you know, extreme emotions, and this is clash of them. So basically what I'm giving her, I don't know if this is like a minor, how's it called? Minor shit.
A lot of cognitive dissonance right now.
Like, not really madness thing, but if there will be a moment when...
Oh, I don't have Med.
Yeah, cognitive dissonance. Yeah, oh, exactly like that. So cognitive dissonance, she will just freeze. If something will be like, you know, shattering to her mind view.
That's not a skill, that's a trait. I have electrograph use as a skill instead of a trait.
She was not in her cell. The two guys were you know, dragging her like outside the cell and...
Well, I'm just going to pat her hand. There, dear. It all works itself out in the end.
I doubt hearing that from you, considering what you are holding, will help that much.
It's a matter of practicality. All this sort of thing can be sorted out. Well, and I'm going to switch to High Gothic in this instance. All of these sorts of things can be sorted out afterwards, right? To serve the Emperor, sometimes we have to live. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, but except for the ones who are dead.
One moment. I will respond in a sec. I just, being talked at by other people as well.
I mean, at what Zhao said to Exalta, she's like, there's like a chill went through her. Like, she like looks slightly startled, but she still is in shock, so to speak, and cannot even find any words to say anything.
Oh, press the gun and you'll feel a lot better once you've killed some demon worshippers, right?
You know what? Give me charm roll or something.
Flat or negative or what?
You know what? Considering her mental state, -10. So
Minus
it's
10.
like difficult or hard. I don't know what's.
Oh, I'm gonna
Sorry, back. What's happening?
Zhao was trying to charm the cleric.
Not charm, just focus. Make her focus on demon. Okay. Yeah. So she's like, you see, like before she was in shock. Then she like, demons, enemies of Imperium. Yes. Point me at them, and then like she like, there's like a person trying to get into like fever, and she like, oh, I need my equipment, and then she like starts going to crates to re-equip herself.
Anthus gives a little chuckle and passes her chainsword. It'll be a little easier with this.
Very well. Cannot wait to kill some of those fuckers.
Exactly.
But also, not to be completely a dick, she will, assuming she will survive, she will get hatred. Although I wonder if she should get hatred for heretics or for demons, or both.
Why not both?
Why not both?
¿Por qué no los
indeed?
dos?
Okay.
Valid.
Yeah, so as you were
No Russian.
Oh wait, Moriana wanted to answer something to Chao, I think?
It doesn't matter, you've already brushed past that point.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, so Exarch Fanbus also explains, so we, like, he's not living here, he will aid you along Harlequin in whatever measure possible. Our ship and rest of the forces are making sure no chaos reinforcements come and are engaging the biggest, hordes of them. If you want us to aid your cut-off group on the outside, we may be able to do so, so you won't waste time before getting to main weapon complex. He's like throwing this as a suggestion.
they are your men, they are your men, Xanthus. Their well-being depends on you. It is... She wouldn't say our fault. They are in this situation because of us.
Respectfully, is it not the mission that's the priority? I understand
Men can be replaced.
Here.
The objective is more important at the moment.
As can machine.
Oh, no.
So, well, hold
I
on.
was...
Out of character, what is just to make sure I have it right, what is the situation out of character?
Save our men or go straight to the cannon.
Out of character regarding your men, you know that one group outside of main weapon complex is cut off and surrounded. Actually,
Right.
like half of your platoon. The other group, led by Captain Kenneth, is somewhere inside main weapons complex and probably also pinned down.
Oh, okay, so, question, or how do I even ask this?
Yeah,
Are we outside? Are we outside to where we can see everything, or are we still in the cell area discussing this?
To be fair, my understanding was you're still in the cell prison area discussing this. Nobody said that he's going outside. At least I didn't hear, so...
Okay, fair enough. Second question. Do we understand where the platoon that is cut off, do we understand where that is in relation to the weapon? Is it on the way?
Oh
Is
yeah,
it
you
on the
will
other
see.
side?
Apparently I might as well just start scribbling things down.
Okay. So what Xanthus will say is, we don't even know where the men are or where the weapon is, not yet, let's get to where we can actually take in the full situation before we make the final decisions.
So this is not a map, this is just like general. Because at first I was like, do I want to prepare entire map for like hundreds of meters? And then I was like, nope. I mean, there is a combat map for the weapon complex itself, but yeah. So Contail. Actually, might be to like zoom it a little or something. So this is prison area. Polygon line. Shit.
I just remembered that Xanthus had that.
Had what?
He has a monotask auger's servo skull.
I have an auger array. If they're if they're not too far away, I can give us at the very least a general direction of where people are at.
John, do you remember when Xanthus got that servo skull back in Alex's campaign?
Yep. Because I wanted it and I didn't get it.
Dent is here, bitches!
Oh yeah, it's called Dent because it kept bopping you on the head. Yep, I remember now.
In the old campaign, we found a little servo skull, and it was set to try to attack us, but it had no weapons, so it just kept bopping itself against Xanthus' head, and it left a dent in the servo skull.
Was that skull named Bob? For those who read Dresden Files.
Oh, that would have been pretty damn clever, but no, the skull's name is Dent, because now there's a dent.